Lowe, my special friends.
You're special.
Greetings, dear ones. I am Cryon of Magnetic Service. Today, the subject seems to be love, and it's my favorite. There is more to it than you think. I'll be speaking of love this entire month, talking about the incredible love from the creative source of all things. I'm going to ask that, perhaps, you might consider erasing what you've been told, or what you think, about how much God loves you. God loves you more than anything you have been told, and that's the truth. We know it's difficult to understand the kind of love that comes your way from the spiritual creation source. So, what if I told you that what you call love has a completely different name for us, or, perhaps, a completely different perception from what you have been told? What if I also told you that, within your DNA, there are attributes of love? Nobody told you it's in your DNA, have they? Love is actually part of the double helix itself, and all DNA vibrates a certain way in response to love. Now, that's very different, isn't it? For humans, love is a very special emotion that comes in and goes out. What I mean by that is that you receive it, and you give it. It comes in and you are also able to send it out. This is an interesting concept because not all emotions are that way. In the case of love, you can transmit it far, far beyond the room you are in. Many other emotions can be transmitted as well, but, mostly, just to the bubble around you, but not much more. There is something very different and special about love. What do you know about love and compassion that you've been told esoterically now for many years? Were you told that it exists in the field, and that it can be transmitted long distances around the world? Did you know that you can love somebody dearly and imagine that they are receiving love, and they will? This is esoterics at its best. It also tells you that this thing you call love is multidimensional and much more than an emotion, dear ones. I'm going to give you new information about love before this channel finishes, describing a little more about what it is. I have given channelings in this series, Streaming Healing Wednesday Circle of 12, about many esoteric attributes. In the past, we've told you about things that were hidden in plain sight. We've given you some of the attributes of your soul. However, none of these messages are as powerful as this one. Let's go back to your DNA for a moment. The DNA that you have is enormous in its complexity. You have no idea how complex unless you study it. There are billions of pieces to it, and it's more than just simply the blueprint of the body. That DNA of yours, in its enormity, carries even the attributes of your past lives. These things are not necessarily contained in your brain, as many believe they might be. So, if DNA carries attributes of your past lives, what else might it carry? It also carries your lineage. It carries that which is the marker that says how many times you've been on the earth. The DNA that you have, that multidimensional part, is the biggest part. Scientists have wondered why it is that the biological part of DNA, the genes, only occupy about 3% of the many billions of parts that they have mapped in DNA. The answer to this puzzle was revealed within a discovery in 2012. Science has just discovered the book, but not the translation for the book. There is so much more than what it appears to be. That 90% area is where all of this information is stored that I speak of, and among that information is a process, a big one, that's triggered by love. I want you to hang on here, for this is a new premise. This is the love month, so I want to give it to you now, and I want to give it to you in a way that you can understand. There are some things in biology that you postulate have cascading effects. However, the one I'm going to tell you about is the opposite. It's a cascading effect that is the most positive effect you ever have heard about, and it starts right in your DNA. You might say you have receptors in your DNA for love. They are both for receiving and transmitting. The human being is a wonderful transmitter of compassion and love because the multidimensional antenna you have, dear ones, is magnificent, magnificent. And once you cue into it, feel it, and know that it's working for transmitting and receiving, something happens. I'll tell you what it is. When you start receiving that love from Spirit in the way that we are giving you today, and you relax and understand that you are part of all of creation, You begin to relax with the incredible love that is pouring into you. This relaxation takes your subconscious and voids it, puts it out of the way, no matter what you've been told. This allows the healing attributes of love to start pouring in with purity, through the greatest source that ever was, and allows you to pour it forward, to start transmitting it. When these things happen, the reception and the transmission of this power called love, not the emotion, but the essence of the Creator, starts a cascading effect that is triggered in your DNA, a powerful one. Let me tell you what it does. It starts to heal you. Now you see why the DNA is involved. This is the effect I want you to know about. What if I told you that this cascading effect is called healing, health, and balance? If you want health and balance right now on this planet, start transmitting love. Start receiving love as well, and watch what happens. Love is the catalyst for everything that you've asked for. There's another one as well. It's also an emotion. I will put this one in category 2, but it does the same thing as category 1, love. However, you can feel it right away. It's called joy and laughter. This emotion is immediate, not transmitted, but it creates release and health. When you create joy and laughter and love in your life, you become a transmitter of love and your whole body starts to change. You start to realize that you are living longer. Each one of these attributes is biological, every one of them, and this places them right in your DNA, and that's part of that 90% of DNA that has been so mysterious. There are biological processes here that you may never discover as a human being, but they are very real. They are esoteric and multidimensional, and very, very real. That's love. Love, our kind of love, is in your DNA. If you are serious about any of this, especially in this love month, this is where it starts. It is the catalyst for all things you wish to have in your existence as a human. Many will dismiss this idea and say, no, I don't think so. I've got to do this and that, and this other process is needed. No, they are not. We are telling you where the cascade starts. We are telling you where the source of the healing begins, and it's not with substances or processes or self-examination. Let those follow later if it helps you, but start with love. Create love in your life for all things, God, yourself, others, the planet, and all things will be added unto you that you need for life. I've given you a truism today, and some of you will know it's real and it's true. It's part of you. It's the process of you, intuitive and grand. So, are you surprised that the love of God the Creator, which is the greatest energy in the universe, is also part of your healing and part of your cascading DNA for health? Perhaps now you can say, now I understand. Now it makes sense. These things need to make sense to you, dear ones. You are part of the creative source. You are part of the love that is yours anytime you want it. The door is open. It's already there. Now, take it. Made in His image is the phrase you have heard many times. It's accurate. All of you were made in the image of the Creator, love. I am Cryon, in love with all of you, for who you are, what you've done, and what you're discovering what's about to happen. And so it is. Cryon. Channel, Lee Carroll.
Insert my emerald green elixir to remind you to drink it, to sip it throughout the day, breathe in it. It really matters not how you feel like using it.
Oops.
Just use it
I'll
on
be right
a
back,
daily
guys.
basis to refresh your cells, to
I
detox,
plugged my
and to
3D
purify
printer in and it
your
fucked everything
bodies
up.
in every moment, so that anything coming your way and which one want to stay will be dissolved
Oops.
and removed gracefully. For all you hear and beyond reading these messages, the pathfinders and the trailblazers, the ones traveling in the forefront, it takes a great deal of awareness and clarity you have chosen that you might get inadvertently affected and contaminated in that would drag you into the lower vibration and slow you down. expansion takes place is when consciousness is in an
There we go.
environment
Ouch, son of a
that
bitch.
allows for desire
Stupid arm.
to spring forth. In other words, when you, as the expression of Creator, are experiencing your life in this incarnation, you constantly deciding if you are enjoying or not enjoying an experience. When you are enjoying an experience, you will want more of it. When you are not enjoying an experience, you will want the opposite of it. Either way, your desire of a certain experience creates a new reality. This new reality adds to the expansion, to the existence of all that is. All that is includes your entire universe, multiverse,
Oh my
and
god, I'm gonna
beyond.
punch it. There we go.
Creator is all that is. That means that everything and all that is an expression of Creator. What does that mean for your daily life? Everything in your life is just an experience, pleasant or unpleasant. It is simply an environment for expansion. When you begin to relax into the knowing that it is just an experience, you can begin to choose what kind of experience and reality you wish to focus. You are the expression of Creator in every moment, and therefore you have the choice of what you wish to create. Know that all is well, loved ones. Welcome home. We are walking beside you every step of the way. Dear ones, you are loved beyond measure, always. I am Archangel Michael, and I bring you this truth. Beloved humans, start cutting all connections to the Old Testament, which was skillfully tied to the New Testament today. The statements and messages of both books are at opposite ends, and it is high time to remove inner blockade and the Old Testament is causing you and still does. The largest of all blockades, which keeps you from ever recognizing your divine being and creative spirit, is the original sin, created to disconnect you from the divine. The blockade, which was also anchored genetically, served the destructive powers of darkness as a means to keep you in check, to hold you down. So the centuries passed, keeping away from who you are. This time is over now, because the awakening of mankind includes to return to the Garden of Eden. The time has come now to re-establish God's kingdom of peace inside you. Don't let yourself get drawn into conflicts, wars, and arguments anymore, which in the end keep you downward spiral of destructive energies. The wheel of tears of mankind is broad and long, and it has to be left behind now. Delete genetic programming. Leave old programming of traditional religious groups behind and question each and every dogma that you were instilled with in childhood and in many previous lives. This poison shell can and must leave your bodily system now. This blockade have anchors as deep as the human genetic code, and they still create new misunderstandings and keep your fears alive. That's what this message is about, a life free from fear. Any conceivable fear dissolves as soon as you become aware of your true nature and your eternal origin. Then, no sin has any power over you anymore, and even the original sin is eliminated from the core of your being. But what was that, or is this original sin? The original sin is a code that was implanted into human beings by the archons with the goal to keep humanity from their divine nature and from the awareness of having one. That was the only way that beings who are potentially far inferior to you could rule over you. The extent of this deceit is hardly comprehensible for an unconscious human being. But I am speaking to you, to those human beings who want to wake up and who, over and over again, face the traps of their own blockades and obstacles that cause them to fail. It is time that you face up to this original programming in yourself and turn it off, deactivate it, and remove it from your system. In order to do so, you need to recognize it and subsequently have it removed by the divine light in a transformational succession. Can anybody do that? Yes, anyone who understands the urgency and wants to be free from his deep-seated fears that sometimes have been so suppressed that they go unnoticed. The fact that you don't notice something doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. And if you don't follow any religion, it does not mean that satanic religions doesn't exert any influence on you. This force is a very old one, and it is passed on from life to life until one day human beings realize that they can and want to drop out. Essentially, a conscious act of deletion is required, and for that this problem needs to be noticed first. Now the time has come when this fear code can be deleted. Remove yourself from the power of darkness and step into the light. I am with you, and the entire band of celestial forces accompanies you in this process of salvation. Divinity is your birthright, not sin. Light is your name, not darkness, and your salvation lies in God, with endless love.
Friends of Earth, the light of consciousness that is collectively gathered in awakening is prepared with knowledge and understanding to grasp the holographic nature and ability of expanding light. We gather with you to review aspects shared in other communications, as well as venturing further into the infinite knowing of light and creation. We refer to light as often as you breathe. There is a purpose much greater than the human word of creation that is known or taught on earth. In the Pleiades, we call light Ilako, which means creator of all. The light we refer to is God, the universal mind, consciousness, prime creator, source, and the I am presence. As Mayo shared in Great Communication, using the name of God is perfectly acceptable and understood by many on earth, regardless of culture or teaching. The understanding will be the same. Mother, Father, God is an understanding of the female and male aspects of the divine force that is called Ea. To understand the infinite creator has the knowingness and ability to manifest as female or male for the purpose of procreation, families, and bonding with others. Given different physiology, chromosomes, and inner workings, the one became the perception of two. Understand, there is only one in truth. Allowing the perception will allow you to see two, female and male. Prime Creator has not been seen by any being. This magnificent force of all life never stops communicating. This field of infinite intelligence holds the cosmos in power with loving intention. The God that we speak about reacts to you and with you energetically with vibrational frequency. If one projects chaos, they experience chaos. If one projects love, they experience love. God is not changed and does not take sides. Understand that you are God expressing in form. The deeper you go into the presence of God as you meditate, this understanding will become very real. You can only experience what you are. You can only see in human form what you carry inside, or you judge. You carry a change for these aspects in the liquid crystal of your body. The quantum field of endless possibilities and creative force is your life. You perceive that you are separate as you think and maneuver in form. God is spirit, energy, consciousness, and power. When you pray, go within and find this infinite peace of I am. As your thoughts change, your emotions follow, and belief comes with a powerful energy of change. Your belief can change many times in a waking dream. God does not change. You are spirit in essence that we call a soul. This soul is light. This soul is the living expression of light that has chosen many forms. Where do Palladians fit into this masterful picture? Knowing that God light is unseen, but dwells in all life. A creation in Elohim was designed to create those without form, to become the first beings to be given the choice and power to allow body to cover the essence as the consciousness was completely aware. Without language, there were tones and colors. There were tones and colors. In this place of beauty, many became. The power to look at another and feel love was born. The tones became language, and fae, angels, light beings, and those known to earth, now called Palladians, ventured out to explore the creation of the One. Power was given to Palladians to create, plan, and assist Earth and other stars throughout the infinite cosmos. There are souls throughout the cosmos that are known to Palladians that Earth will never know. Form was given first to Palladians to travel, receive technology, and form alliances with the service of the Galactic Federation. As Prime Creator gave free will, the light forces were necessary to calm others and use power when necessary to stop some created beings from destroying others. Earth remains now because of the great love and assistance of Palladians. They are the first race that circulates the light of God, comes and goes in crafts with boots on the ground, meeting in non-physical, incarnating as humans to assist and experience life, living in bi-local service and traveling with archangels. We live similar to humans, except that we circulate light, God, and have crystal hearts. We do not die in origin. We live in infinite beauty and power without fear. We live in perfect health without war. We speak to you as our beloved ones, those that are starseeds, and those that are of the earth plane that Elohim, through Palladians, brought to be informed. All souls are sacred. You carry the light of God. You are the light of God. In these moments, remember who you are. Know that you lack nothing, for your source within is everything. Imagine the peace and healing of Earth. If only this was realized. We are the Palladian Collective. We are here to guide you to the love of your beginning. We love you so.
Beloved Masters, an understanding of the elements of fire, air, water, and earth, which are unique components, facets, or elements of the nature of our Father, Mother God within this sub-universal experience, is vitally important as you seek greater wisdom and strive to claim self-mastery. These are the four major elements, which were encoded within the bodily system of the original human form to assist in self-realization and self-mastery on the material plane of existence. These elements are supplied to all created matter in this sub-universe via the great archangel's radiation of the 12 rays of God consciousness from the heart core essence of our Father, Mother God. The etheric body and soul self are attuned to and are fed by the element of cosmic fire. The mental body resonates to and is energized by the element of air, ether. The emotional body is attuned to and affected by the element of water. The physical body is anchored by and attuned to the element of earth, for the duration of each soul's journey into the realms of density, the first through the fourth dimensions. The qualities, attributes, and virtues of the 7 rays of God consciousness for this solar system were placed within spheres of light. These spheres, known as chakras, were designed to spin at a very high velocity, which made them appear to be spinning cones of light radiating from the front and back of the physical body. Therefore, you are constantly radiating frequencies of light out into the world of form. The power of the vibrational patterns, as well as the frequency level of the harmonics you project, will determine whether you will experience joy, peace and abundance, or limitation, stress and discord. Every living cell within your body is a capacitor which stores memories and energy patterns. For every feeling there are endocrine gland secretions produced which match the vibrational patterns you emit. Therefore, you might say that there is a specific energy pattern of hate and an energy pattern of love, and so on in varying degrees, depending on the power, force, and consistency of the energy you project. As you begin the journey of ascension back into the realms of light, You gradually lose density within the physical vessel, not necessarily body mass. However, your bodily form begins to resonate with higher and higher frequencies of light. Never before have so many masters of light walked the earth among the masses. Many brave souls were given the option of leaving the planet and continuing their work, mission from within the sixth dimensional celestial cities of light, or to continue their service to humankind within the framework of their chosen earthly environment. We wish you all to know that we are well pleased with those of you, the light bearers, who are steadfastly walking through the dense, shadowed valleys of darkness in order to create a pathway of light for others to follow. Gaining mastery of the four elements of God consciousness will assist you in creating a constant flow of sacred fire energy, adamantine particles of creator light, throughout the chakra system and the physical vessel. The etheric body vehicle is composed of the element of fire. In the beginning phase of your ascension process, the more refined vibrational frequencies of God consciousness must first filter through the etheric body before they gradually begin to flow freely throughout the physical vessel. You must slowly build up a tolerance for these refined frequencies of God light so that they do not create too much discomfort or do bodily harm. The sacred fire must flow through the heart chakra first, in order to be activated by your loving intention, before this elixir of life can freely flow throughout the body. Gradually, over time, as the frequencies of your soul song become more refined, you will be able to magnetize higher levels of cosmic primal life force substance, as well as greater quantities of adamantine particles of light. The air element focuses on the mental body, the plane of mental consciousness. The mental nature is fueled by the sacred breath of God consciousness. That is why the breathing techniques you have been given are so important. Soul awareness is the critical beginning phase of awakening to one's divine nature. The third eye, the pineal and pituitary glands, and the sacred mind are all critical components of the mental body. The emotional body is fueled via the element of water. The mental body provides the seed thoughts, and the emotional body fuels the emotion or energy in motion. As we have often explained, your creations are either a product of the ego desire body or the desires and inspiration of the soul. The throat and the solar plexus are integral power sources for the emotional body. However, the full power of manifestation begins when you have tapped into the Kundalini sacred fire, or the adamantine particles of God light stored within the root chakra, and when you have completed the connection with your soul star and over soul self so that you have access to the Antakarana, river of life. The activation and harmonization of the mental and emotional bodies and the merging of the lower and upper chakras via the heart chakra result in a merger of the Father God and Mother Goddess qualities, virtues and abilities within the physical vessel. Your level of godliness is predicated on the harmonic resonance of your soul song, or the dimensional levels in which you are attuned. The element of earth via the physical vessel is both an anchor and your means of soaring into the realms of light once more. You cannot ignore the physical vessel and still fulfill your earthly mission. If you deny the bodily form, you are denying your God-given uniqueness and the specific, complex form that you chose for this life's journey into the material realm of existence. You, along with the guidance of your guardian angels and your council of light, chose the appropriate DNA, ancestral lineage, the race, culture, and circumstances you would be born into for this specific life's experience. A broad spectrum of tests, challenges, and opportunities were programmed to give you the best opportunity for soul growth. These events were designed to be initiated at the appropriate times throughout your lifetime. As always, free will applies, and it is up to each person as to how she handles the tests and challenges, and takes advantage of the opportunities. Do you understand that each and every person is constantly releasing or emitting energy which originated from the God source? You are using this God-given gift of life in either a positive or a negative manner. Via your free will, to a great degree, you are the co-creator - the builder of your own reality. Many of you are experiencing a transformation process of ascending in consciousness, along with physical evolution, whereby the Kundalini fire stored within the root chakra is moving swiftly up the chakra system and throughout the physical vessel. This too is a dynamic and vital part of the ascension process. We have asked our messenger to share with you an article which was prepared for one of her Wisdom Teachings webinar classes. Rana Sacred Scribe, overlaid by Archangel Michael. Fire of God, sacred fire, sacred white fire, and Kundalini fire are all terms used for adamantine particles of light, the fuel of life breathed forth from the heart core of the Supreme Creator. Kundalini, a Sanskrit word which literally means coil. This sacred god fire lies coiled at the base of the spine, and until activated, it is dormant or at rest and unconscious. It is often envisioned as a sleeping serpent, hence a number of English renderings have been created using terms such as serpent power. The ancients tell us that the Kundalini resides within the root chakra at the base of the spine in 3.5 coils. It has been described as a residuum, reserve source of pure God fire. According to ancient wisdom teachings, there are 2 nerve currents in the spinal column, a coiled double helix within a hollow tube, sometimes called a rod of power, that runs along in front of the spinal column. Through meditation and various other spiritual practices, the Kundalini is awakened and begins to rise up through the chakra system alongside the spine. The progression of Kundalini fire through the different chakras leads to different levels of awakening and mystical experiences. When the Kundalini fire finally reaches the top of the head, the crown chakra, it sometimes produces a unique mystical experience as you are reconnected to the multiple facets of your higher self. The first major activation is usually felt in the back of the bodily torso, between the shoulder blades. You will feel a pressure in that area, which can sometimes be quite uncomfortable. This is an indication that the back portal of your sacred heart is opening. I have often said, when this happens, we are growing our angel wings. The second activation, the Kundalini fire rises to the top of the spine, where it connects to the medulla oblongata, sometimes called the mouth of God. This is an indication that the ascension chakra is being activated. This activation will also affect the throat chakra. Practicing the infinity breath and toning will accelerate this process as they will help to break through any distorted energy blocks along the spinal column and within the chakra system. The throat chakra is one of the critical areas within the body, which can cause distress as we strive to reclaim our personal power via the means of spoken language. The third activation, the pineal and pituitary glands are stimulated and will begin to send impulses to the portal opening of the sacred mind so that full access to your personal temple of wisdom is realized. In addition, a firm reconnection with your soul star and oversoul higher self is established. When this is accomplished, your spiritual journey back into the higher realms will truly begin. Also, at this point, you are ready to receive the sacred fire of spirit minus adamantine particles of creator light will automatically begin to course into your sacred heart with every breath. The driving upward force of serpent fire is now accompanied by a downpouring of adamantine particles via your oversoul higher self, which resides within your soul star. You must activate these particles of creator light with your loving intention as they course throughout your physical vessel, with the remainder flowing down into the earth, and then out into the world for the benefit of the earth and all humanity. As the Kundalini, sacred fire, begins to rise up your spinal column, the etheric tube of light, you may experience times of intense inner heat while your exterior body will feel cold and perhaps even clammy. That is the reason why, initially, it is best to strive for a gradual release of the Kundalini fire stored within the root chakra so that you may slowly become acclimated to the integration of higher and higher frequencies of God light. Remember, dear friends, as beloved Michael often tells us, faster and more are not always better when you are in the midst of the transformational process of ascension. As a self-master, you will begin to experience a constant uprising flow of inner sacred fire along with a downward thrust of divinely encoded spiritual fire. This process will spur you on to a greater, expanded awareness, more inspired thought, and the activation of capabilities of which you are not even aware. Bounteous blessings, miracles, and assistance from our friends of the higher realms will become available. You will also be given an opportunity to become an active, full-fledged world server, along with the great multitude of world servers from all over the planet. I, for one, am excited about what the future holds for us. The way showers. My mantra for 2019 will be, this is our year to shine. Eternal love and angel blessings. Archangel Michael, my brave bearers of light. It is important that you realize that each phase of the divine plan is holographically imprinted upon the Earth's auric field. Remember, there are memory seed codes and impulses, which have been or will be ignited within each of you at the appropriate time. No matter your beliefs, the celestial winds of change are growing stronger and stronger as they permeate everything and everyone on Earth. All must evolve or evolve. Nothing can remain static. We encourage you to take advantage of the unprecedented opportunities which are constantly being offered to you. Know that we are with you every step of the way, onward and upward. You are loved most profoundly. And Archangel Michael.
Motherfucker, dude.
Thrill's gone. Thrill's gone away.
Man.
Thrill's gone. Thrill's gone away. I know you done me wrong. You'll be sorry someday. There was no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away.
Motherfucker, dude.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home anytime she goes away. Thrill's gone. It's gone away for good. I said the thriller's gone. It's gone away for good. And I know I'll get over it, baby, like I know a man should. But there ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away.
God damn it, dude.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home anytime she goes away. I know, 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 I know. Yeah, I wanna leave a young thing alone. But there ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home anytime she goes away. Shorty getting down good though. Baby got him up and down all the time. Strictly bitch, she don't play around. Cover much ground, got game by the pound. Getting paid is a forte each and every day. To play away, can't get her out of my mind. Well, think about the girl all the time. Well, east side to the west side, pushing back rides, ain't no surprise. She got tricks in the stash, stacking up the cash, fast when it comes to the gas. By no means average, it's all plus she's got to have it. Baby, you're a perfect 10, I wanna get in. Can I get down so I can win? Like the way you work here, no diggity, I wanna bag it up. Like the way you work here, no diggity, I wanna bag it up. Like the way you work here, no diggity, sure like to bag it up. Like the way you work here, no diggity, I wanna bag it up. Hey oh, hey oh, hey oh, hey oh, hey oh, that girl looks good. Hey oh, hey oh, hey oh. But just no sunshine when she's gone.
cow. Struggling.
I'm gonna find love. A southern nation army couldn't hold me back. They go. I'm right behind his back. I'm talking to myself tonight because I can't forget. Back and forth through my mind behind a cigarette. And the message coming from my eyes says leave it alone. Sweet dreams are made of things when the minds disagree. Travel the world on the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. I'm going Wichita, back on the sober life forevermore. I'm gonna work the strong, make the sweat drip out of every pore. And I'm bleeding right before the Lord. And all the words are gonna bleed from me, and I will think no more. And the stains coming from my blood tell me go back somewhere in the crowd, in a fortress, are you happy? There's nothing left Are you happy now? And then you say to me, you made it till we say you start to tremble and your voice begins to break. Silhouettes on the counter, watch your friends and my legs. Feel the color draining from your face. And friends say, I know you love it, but it's over, mate. It doesn't matter, put the phone away. It's never easy to walk away, let it go. You'll be okay. It's gonna hurt for a bit of time. So bottoms up, let's forget tonight. Find another and be just fine, let it go. It'll be alright.
All of your hands, you can make me dance, spin me round in circles till I'm distracted. Keep on talking sweet till your feet bleed, but don't you dare ask me how I am. Now only you know the strength in your teeth, the wash and the weight of your pockets so deep and lonely.
And then you say to me, you made it till we say you start to tremble and your voice begins to break. Just so it's on the counter, watch your friends and your roommates. Feel the color draining from your face. And friends say, I know you love me, but it's over, mate. Doesn't matter, put the phone away. It's never easy to walk away, let it go. It'll be okay. It's gonna hurt for a bit of time. So bottom up, let's forget tonight. We'll find another and we just find that door. It'll be alright. Somewhere in the crowd, in a foreign place. Are you happy now? It's not hard to say. So shut my mind. So won't you tell me, are you happy now? I know you love her, but it's over, mate. It doesn't matter, put the phone away. It's never easy to walk away, let it go. It'll be okay.
It's gonna hurt for a bit of time. So bottom up, let's forget tonight. We'll find another and we just find that girl. It'll be alright. Somewhere in the crowd, in a foreign place. Are you happy now? It's not hard to say. So I shut my mind. So won't you tell me, are you happy now?
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed. I'm not sure. Make sure you check out my friend Alex. I'll put a link down to her sites down below. And I'll link to other videos we've done. We've done videos with Lowe, Love for Girls. If you want to follow me, go to Rain Austin on Instagram. Rain Austin. That's kind of my new hub when I announce the original song and what I'm working on, the teaser, and share videos of my favorite and documentaries. So go follow that. If you want to listen to this song, it's on Spotify. All those fun tracks. Find your local on the YouTube. So that's it. Thanks for your funniness. I think you'll enjoy it.
Going out at night, changes into something red. Her mother doesn't like the kind of dress, everything she never had. She's showing up, driving too fast, moon is breaking through her hair. She's setting for something that she won't forget. Having no regrets is all that she really wants. We're getting older, baby, and I've been thinking about it lately. can drive you crazy. Just how fast the night changes everything that you ever dreamed of. Disappearing when you wake up, but there's nothing to be afraid of. Even when the night changes, sometimes all I think about is you. Late night in the middle of June, key waves been faking me out. Can make you happier now. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late night in the middle of June, he waves been taking me out. Can make you happier now. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late night in the middle of June, he waves been taking me out. Can make you happier now. I don't say thing I told you that I never would. I told you a chance. Even when I know they never got, know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. I don't the same thing I told you that I never would. I told you a chance. Even when I know they never got, know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. I do the same thing I told you that I never would. I told you a time. Even then I know that never good. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay.
Man.
I'll be messed up if you get me right here. Romeo, take me somewhere we can be alone. I'll be waiting. All that's left to do is run. You'll be the prince and I'll be the princess. It's a love story, baby, just say yes. Romeo, tell me to try to tell me how I feel. This love is difficult, but it's real. Don't be afraid, we'll make it out of this mess. It's a love story, baby, just say yes. Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. inside of me. But I got fight in me, so I squash anything that's trying me. I'm like, me versus you, I hope that you know what you're getting into. And you know I ain't selling it. What I gotta do, they sleep with the graphics, I don't put Teaca, just have to know. I don't work my brothers, they just show me that I'm a progress. It's not human speak, but really it's work much better when I'm playing. This is better than any drug or anything. If you know I am doing something, that's all you need. I wake up ready for the day, no one's out of leave. With everything that I'm doing, my work was meant to be. I'm testifying and turning into a journey.
Whoa. Messy. Original, this is cool.
So I haven't even my channel's kind of left and right, yes, right. If you milk up the channel kind of left and right, do so.
I used a camping blanket. Oh my god. I was fucking lean on my dread. Oh my God, man.
One and go, third person, saw we meet, candlelight, you and me, in the bottle wine, gonna hold it tonight. Well, we know I'm hoping away, how I wish you weren't so, if you smile with it, what's the way I miss you, baby? Yesterday I misery. Say it tonight. Break off your crumbs tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be gone. Say it tonight. Break off your crumbs tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be gone. It's the love on the fire and they burn. For you, I don't call one desire. Take me away. It ain't easy to say goodbye. Darling, please don't stop to cry. It's good you know I've got to go. Lord, I wish you wasn't so. Say it tonight. Break off your crumbs tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be gone. Say it tonight. Break off your crumbs tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be gone. Tomorrow I'll be to take me away. I wish that I could stay. Do you know I've got to go? Lord, I wish you wasn't so. Say it tonight. Break off your crumbs tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be gone. Say it tonight. Break off your crumbs tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be gone. Tomorrow I'll be gone. When it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older, all this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older, all this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. Say it tonight. If I can get all comes tomorrow, I'll be gonna say it tonight. If it's all comes tomorrow, I'll be I'm bringing sexy back, yeah. Some other boys don't know how to act, yeah. I think it's special what's behind your back, yeah. So turn around and I'll pick up the slack, yeah. Take it to the bridge, dirty babe. You see these apples, baby, I'm your slave. I'll let you whip me if I'm misbehaved. It's just I know what makes me feel this way. I'll be the same when it all goes up. I'll be the same when it all goes down. I'm not the first one opening it up. I'll be the last one closing it out. Don't know if I give you a shot yet, let alone my people in your style. Do I think you're open enough yet? One way of finding it out. If you see us in the club, you'll be acting real nice. If you see us on the floor, you'll be watching all night. We need you in the body, so give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. I wanna see you work your body, so give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. I'm a hustler, I'm a hustler, homie, I'm a hustler, I'm a hustler, baby. I just want you to know
That's fucking sick.
where I'm about to go. I just wanna love you, but be who I am. And with all this cash, you forget your name. Now give it to me. Give me the funk, the sweet, the nasty, the juicy stuff. Don't bullshit me. Give me the love, that sweet, that nasty, that vicious stuff. 369, 10 feet fine. Let me see you suck it to me one more time. Get low, get low, get low, get low. 369, 10 feet fine. Let me see you suck it to me one more time. Get low, get low, get low, 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 low. Welcome to the club, like what up? I got a big cup. I'm so pumped about some shit for the French shop. I was my friends, it's so damn fast. People like damn, it's a cold ass honky. Rolling in hella Jeep, and he's gonna listen to me. Blessed with no pics, and I get a shoes. Those are green, red, then the love rubber. Girl sitting next to Rob, watch this. Smells like I can't see it. But shit, it was 99 cents. Rack City bitch, 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 10 place for the face, bitch, rack city 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 bitch, 10 place for the face, bitch. Damn baby, all I need is a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Get it cracking in the club when you hear this shit. Drop it like it's not, break it that back, go shake that thing, yeah, break that thing. Let me see it go up and down, rotate that thing. I wanna touch that thing, can you make it go around? You can find me in the club, butter to the pub. Mommy, I got that extra fame, she's taking drugs. Let you have a six sign and I make a love. So come and give me a hug, friends are getting rough. You can find me in the club, butter to the pub. Mommy, I got that extra fame, she's taking drugs. Let you have a six sign and I make a love. So come and give me a hug. And she's like, my milkshake brings the boys to the yard. And they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you, but I have to charge. Also hard, motherfuckers won't find me. That's a craze. That's a craze. That's a craze. Also hard, motherfuckers won't find me. That's a craze. That's a craze. That's the craze. When it's juice from the crate, mom, drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. When the baby's gotta get it, rock it like it's hot. Rock it like it's hot. Rock it like it's hot. Get at it, you pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Got the rollie on my arm and I'm pouring some down and they're all the best weed cause I got it going on. Roll up, wait a minute, let me put some kush up in it. Roll up, wait a minute, let me put some kush up. Hold up, hey, for my people look and think we soft. We don't play. We gon' rock until the leaves fall off. Hold up, hey. My people if it acting too bold, take a seat. Hope you're ready for the next episode. Hey. Smoke weed every day. So my people don't dance, we just pull up our pants and do the rock away. Now lean back, lean back, lean back, lean back. I see my people don't dance, we just pull up our pants and do the rock away. Now lean back, lean back, lean back, 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 back. This is how we do. We make it for not the fool while we up in the club. This is how we do. Nobody do it like we do it, so show some love. This is how we do. We make it for not the fool while we up in the club. This is how we do. This is how we do. Es tut mir leid, ich muss leider gestehen, es gibt Dinge auf der Welt, die sind leider geil. Autos machen Dreck und mein Kicker kaputt, doch eine fette neue Kache ist leider geil. Ich schnapp an einem Buntstift, Mama sagt, lass das doch, es beruhigt mich, leider geil.
Ja.
Die Schose, mir doch egal, ich spring von Level zu Level zu Level zu Level und ich spring von Level zu Level zu Level, spring von Level zu Level zu Level, ich spring von Level zu Level zu Level zu Level zu Level, bis der Endboss kommt. Spring von Level zu Level zu Level, spring von Level zu Level zu Level, ich spring von Level zu Level zu Level zu Level zu Level, immer weiter bis über meine Stadt, mein Bezirk, mein Viertel, meine Gegend, meine Straße, mein Zuhause, mein Block, meine Gedanken, mein Herz, mein Leben, meine Welt, treffen wir bis zum 16. Stock. Meine Stadt, mein Bezirk, mein Viertel, meine Gegend, meine Straße, mein Zuhause, mein Block, meine Gedanken, mein Herz, mein Leben, meine Welt. Where the hood, where the hood, where the hood at? Started from the bottom, now we hit. Started from the bottom, now my whole team fucking here. Started from the bottom, now we hit. Started from the bottom, now my whole team. You better lose yourself in the music, the moment you own it. You
He's
better never let
fucking
it go.
killing it,
You only
dude.
get one shot, then out, it's a chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the music, the moment you own it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Oh, I am for real. Turn it down for what?
This night is cold in the kingdom. I can feel you fade away. From the kitchen to the bathroom sinking, your steps keep me awake. Don't cut me down, throw me out, leave me here to waste. I once was a man with dignity and grace. Now I'm slipping through the cracks of your cold embrace. So please, could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Cold skin, drag my feet on the tile as I'm walking down the corridor. And I know we haven't talked in a while, so I'm looking for an open door. Don't cut me down, throw me out, let me here to waste. I once was a man with dignity and grace. Now I'm slipping through the cracks of your cold embrace. So please, could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. And I can't stop myself from falling down. 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 Could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly.
Yeah. Why you always in a mood? Fucking around, acting brand new. I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but trying to play it cool. Baby, I ain't playing by your rules. Everything look better with the view. Why you always in a mood? Fucking around, acting brand new. I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but trying to play it cool. Baby, I ain't playing by your rules. Everything look better with the view. I could never get attached. When I start to feel I am attached, somehow I always end up feeling bad. Baby, I am not your dad. It's not all you want from me. I just want your company. Girl, it's obvious elephant in the room, and we're part of it. Don't act so confused, and you love starting it. Now I'm in the mood. Now we're arguing in my bedroom. We play games of love to avoid the depression. We've been here before, and I won't be a victim. Why you always in a mood? Fucking around, acting brand new. I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but trying to play it cool. Baby, I ain't playing by your rules. Everything look better with the view. Why you always in a mood? Fucking around, acting brand new. I ain't trying to to tell you what to do, but try to play it cool. Baby, I am playing by your rules. Everything look better with the view. So yeah, you're trying to fake your love on the regular. When you could be blowing up just like my cellular. I won't ever let a shorty go and set me up. Only thing I need to know is if you're wet enough. I'm talking slick back, kick back, gang slipping 40s. You keep playing out another day with your shorty. Mismatch, bitch, that was way before you know me. Got a lot of love, boy, you better save it for me. Play games of love to avoid the depression. We've been here before and I won't be a victim. Why you always in the mood? Fucking around, acting brand new. I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but try to play it cool. Baby, I am playing by your rules. Everything went better with the view. Why you always in the mood? Fucking around, acting brand new. I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but try to play it cool. Baby, I am playing by your rules. Everything look better with the view, yeah.
The light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you for now when you're feeling low. Only hit the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. And you let her go. Staring at the bottom of your glass, hoping one day you'll make a dream last. The dreams come slow and they go so fast. You see her when you close your eyes, and maybe one day you'll understand why everything you touch surely dies. But you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you for now when you're feeling low. Only hit the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. Staring at the ceiling in the dark, same old empty feeling in your heart. This love comes slow and it goes so fast. Well, you see it when you fall asleep, but never to touch and never to keep, 'cause you loved it too much and you dive too deep. Well, you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. And you let her go. Oh, oh. And you let her go. Oh, oh. Will you let her go? Cause you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hit the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. But you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. And your mom and your sister and your dad and your broke ass car and the shit you call art. Fuck you and your friends that I'll never see again. Everybody but your dog, you can all fuck off. I swear I'm not to me. the best when it ended. Even trying to find my time when the stars shit. Now you're texting all my friends, asking questions they never even went to in the first place. Did it agree to hate for the attention? She only made it 2 days with a connection. It's like you'd do anything for my affection. You're going on better than the wedding face. I listen to you, but I'm never alone. And I was trying to be nice, but nothing's getting through. So let me spell it out. A, B, C, D, E, F, you and your mom and your sister and your job and your broke ass car and the shit you call art. Fuck you and your friends that I'll never see again. Everybody but your dog, looking off my car. You said you just needed space, and so I gave it. When I had nothing to say, you couldn't take it. Told everyone on your face, so I became it. Always had to put yourself above me. I listen to you, but I'm never alone. And I was trying to be nice, but nothing's getting through. So let me spell it out. A, B, C, D, E, F, you and your mom and your sister and your job and your broke ass car and the shit you call art. Fuck you and your friends that I'll never see again. Everybody but your dog, you get off my back. Na 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 na. A, B, C, D, E, F, F. Na 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 na. A, B, C, D, E, F, you and your mom and your sister and your job and your broke ass car and the shit you call art. Fuck you and your friends that I'll never see
angry.
again. Everybody but your dog. Hush, don't speak. When you spit your venom, keep it shut. I hate it when you hiss and preach about your new messiah, cause your theories catch fire. I'm covering my ears like a kid when your words mean nothing, like oh la la la. I'm turning up the volume when you speak, cause in my heart can't stop it. I find a way to block it. I go la 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 la. La 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 la. I find a way to block it. I go la 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 la. La 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 la. I'm covering my ears like a kid when your words mean nothing, I go la la la. I'm turning up the volume when you speak, cause in my heart can't stop it. I find a way to block it. I go la 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 la. If our love is running out of time, I won't count the hours. Rather be a coward when our worlds collide. I'm gonna drown you out before I lose my mind. I can't find yourself alive. I don't mean to judge, but when you read your speech, it's tiring. Enough is enough. La 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 la. I find a way to block it. I go la 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 la. I find a way to block it. I go la 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 la. I find a way to block it. I go la 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 la. covering my ears like I can. Your words mean nothing, I go la la la. I'm turning up the volume when you speak. And my heart can't stop it. I find a way to block it. I go la 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 la.
All smiles, I know what it takes to feel this town. I'll do it till the sun goes down and all through the night time. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what to want to hear. Be my sunglasses on while I shed a tear. It's never the right time. Hey, I put my armor on to show you how strong I am. I put my armor on, I'll show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I'm a pusher with no brakes. I'm invincible. Yeah, I win every single game. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. Darling, when you're alone, I will cry out loud. You'll never see what's hiding out, hiding out deep down. Hey, I know I've heard that to let you free and show it's the only way to make friendships grow. But I'm too afraid now. Hey, I put my armor on to show you how strong I am. I put my armor on, I'll show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I'm a pusher with no brakes. I'm invincible. Yeah, I win every single game. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. Tonight I show you how strong I am. I put my armor on, I'll show you that I am. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today.
She's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. And then she's screaming, I'm on my mind, on my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho, so left but she's right though. And then she's screaming, I'm on my mind, on my mind. She'll make you curse, but she a blessing. She'll rip you shut. Within a second, you'll be coming back for seconds. With your place, you just can't have it. No, no. You'll play along, let her lead you on. You'll be saying no, no. Can't say yes, 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 'cause you're messing with your head. Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. And then she's screaming, I'm on my mind, on my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho, so left but she's right though. And then she's screaming, I'm on my mind, on my mind. Grab a card, go kinda crazy. She's poison but tasty. And people say run, don't walk away. 'Cause she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. And then she's screaming, I'm on my mind, on my mind. So someone say,
Don't drink her potions. She'll kiss your neck with no emotions. When she's mean, you know you love it. She tastes so sweet. Don't sugarcoat it, no. You'll play along. Let her lead you on. You'll be saying no. You'll say yes. Cause she's messing with your head. Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. And then she's screaming, oh, on my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho, so left but she's right though. And then she's screaming, oh, on my mind. Grab a cough, kinda crazy. She's poison but tasty. And people say run, don't walk away. Cause she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. And then she's screaming, oh, on my mind. In your eyes, there's a heavy glue. One to love and one to lose. Sweet divine, I heard the truth. Water or wine, don't make me choose. I wanna feel the way that we did that summer night. Drunk on a feeling alone with the stars in the sky. After running through the jungle, I've been running with the wolves to get to you. I've been down the darkest alleys of the dark side of the moon to get to you. I want for love in every strange. I took too much to ease the ego all for you. Yeah, all for you. After running through the jungle, I've been running with the wolves to get to you. How to get to you. I get to you. Your fingertips trace my skin to places I've never been. Blind the eye, I'm following. Break down these walls and come on in. I wanna feel the way that we did this summer night. Drunk on a feeling alone with the stars in the sky. After running through the jungle, I've been running with the wolves to get to you. I've been down the darkest alleys of the dark side of the moon to get to you. I want for love in every strange. I took too much to ease the ego all for you. Yeah, all for you. After running through the jungle, I've been running with the wolves to get to you. How to get to you. I've been down the darkest alleys of the dark side of the moon to get to you. I fought for love in every strange. I took too much to ease the ego all for you. Yeah, all for you. After running through the jungle, I've been running with the wolves to get to you. How to get to you. You were a thief, you stole my heart, and I, your victim.
were not pretty, and with every touch you fix them. Now you've been talking in your sleep. Oh, all the things you never say to me. Oh, tell me that you've had enough of our love. Just give me your reason, just a little personal. Just a second when I'm broken, just back till we can learn to love again. It's in the stars, it's been written on the scars on our hearts. We're not broken, just back till we can learn to love again. I'm sorry, I don't understand where all this is coming from. I thought that we were fine. Oh, we had your head is running wild again. My dear, we still have everything, and it's all in your mind. Yeah, this is happening. You've been having real bad dreams. Oh, you used to lie so close to me. Oh, it's nothing more than melody sheets between our love. Oh, our love. Just give me a reason, just a little personal. Just a second when I'm broken, just back down. We can learn to love again and never stop. It's still written in the scars on my heart. You're not broken, just back down. We can learn to love again. Oh, teardrops arise. Oh, fix it for us. We're collecting dust, but our love's enough. You're holding it in, you're pouring a drink. No, nothing is as bad as it seems. We'll come clean. Just give me a reason, just a little personal. Just a second when I'm broken, just back till we can learn to love again. It's in the stars, it's been written on the scars on our hearts. We're not broken, just back till we can learn to love again. Just give me a reason, just a little personal. Just a second when I'm broken, just back till we can learn to love again. It's in the stars, it's been written on the scars on our hearts. We're not broken, just back till we can learn to love again. Can learn to love again. Can learn to love again. That we're not broken, just back till we can learn to love again. I know you're somewhere out there, somewhere far away. I want you back.
Jesus. You have to take a shot back to him.
My neighbors think I'm crazy, they don't understand. You're all I have, you're all I have. I hate when the stars side of my head. I sit by myself, talking to the moon, trying to get to you. And how's you're on the other side, talking to me too, or am I a fool? Oh, 6 long, talking
talking to now. I'm feeling like I'm famous. They talk all the time. They say I've gone mad. Yeah, I've gone mad. But they don't know what I know. It's when the sun goes down, someone's talking down. You're talking down. Oh, at night when the stars side of my room, I sit by myself, talking to the moon, trying to get to you. And house you're on the other side, talking to me too, or am I a fool? Oh, 'cause it's love, talking to me. Do you ever hear me calling? Cause every night I'm talking to you. Still trying to get to you. And how's you on the other side? Talking to me too, or am I a fool?
Use the tape and all else fails. What happens?
I know you're somewhere out there, somewhere far away. I met you in the dark, you lit me up, you made me feel this stuff. I wasn't alone, we danced the night away, we drank too much. I held your head when you were throwing up. Then you smiled over your shoulder. For a minute I was stone cold sober. I pulled you closer to my chest, and you asked me to stay over. I said I already told you. I think that you should get some rest. I knew I loved you then, but you never know. 'Cause I played it cool and I'm scared of letting go. And I know I needed you, but I never showed. And I wanna stay with you until we're green old. Just see you wanna go. Just see you wanna go. I'll wake you up with some breakfast in bed. I'll bring you coffee with a kiss on your head. And I'll take the kids to school, wave them goodbye. And I'll thank my lucky stars for that night. When you looked over your shoulder, for a minute I forget that I'm older. I wanna dance with you right now. You look as beautiful as ever, and I swear that every day will get better. You make me feel this way somehow. I'm so in love with you, and I hope you know, darling, your love is more than worth its weight in gold. We've come so far, my dear, look how we've grown. I wanna stay with you until we're green old. Just see you all always there for me when I needed you most. I'm gonna love you till my love give out. I promise till death we part like in a vow. So I wrote this song for you. Now everybody knows that it's just you and me until we're green old. Just see you won't let go. Just see you won't let go. Baby, this love, I'll never let it die. Can't be touched by no one. I like to see him dry. I've been made for your touch, girl, I've lost control. I'm gonna make this last forever, don't tell me it's impossible. 'Cause I love you for infinity. 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 Darling, my soul, you know it aches for yours, and you've been filling this hole since you were born. Oh, 'cause you're the reason I believe in fate, you're my paradise. And I'll do anything to be your love, be your sacrifice. 'Cause I love you for infinity. 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 Meet me at the bottom of the ocean, where the time is frozen, where all the universe is open. Love isn't when we are chosen, and we can wear the same crown. Keep slowing your heart down. We are the gods now. 'Cause I love you for infinity. 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 Kings and the queens on the throne, we will pop champagne and raise a toast to all the queens who are fighting alone. Baby, you're not dancing on your own. You live without me, you wanna, but you can't. No, think it's funny, but honey, you're on the show on your own. I can feel my body shake. There's only so much I can take. I'll show you how a real queen behaves. Oh, you're dancing in the stress. Don't need to save me. Once I stop breathing fire, you can't tame me. And you might think I'm weak without a sword, but if I had one, it'd be bigger than yours. If all the kings and the queens on the throne, we would pop champagne and raise a toast to all the queens who are fighting alone. Baby, you're not dancing on your own. If all the kings and the queens on the throne,
we would pop champagne and raise a toast to all the queens who are fighting alone. Baby, you're not dancing on your own. If all the kings had their queens on the throne, we would pop champagne and raise a toast to all the queens who are fighting alone. Baby, you're not dancing on your own. Disobey me, so baby, it's off with your head. Gonna change it and make it a world you won't forget. I can feel my body shake. There's only so much I can take. I'll show you how a real queen behaves. Oh, no damsel in distress, don't need to save me. Once I stop breathing fire, you can't tame me. And you might think I'm weak without a sword, but if I had one, I'd be bigger than yours. If all the kings had their queens on the throne, we would pop champagne and raise a toast to all the queens who are fighting alone. Baby, you're not dancing on your own. If all the kings had their queens on the throne, we would pop champagne and raise a toast to all the queens who are fighting alone. Baby, you're not dancing on your own. Let me be your air. Let me roam your body freely. No inhibition, no fear. How deep is your love? It's like the ocean, but devotion are you. How deep is your love? It's like nirvana. Hit me harder again. How deep is your love? It's like the ocean, but devotion are you. How deep is your love? It's like nirvana. Hit me harder again. How deep is your love? How deep is your love? How deep is your love? It's like the ocean. Hold me closer again. How deep is your love? How deep is your love? Opening my eyes and tell me who I am. Let me in on all your secrets. No inhibition, no sin. How deep is your love? It's like the ocean, but devotion are you. How deep is your love? It's like nirvana. Hit me harder again. How deep is your love? It's like the ocean, but devotion are you. How deep is your love? It's like nirvana. Hit me harder again. How deep is your love? How deep is your love? How deep is your love? It's like the ocean. Hold me closer again. How deep is your love? How deep is your love? Times that you rain on my parade, and all the clothes you get in using my name. You think you broke my heart, oh girl, for goodness sake. You think I'm crying on my own, well I ain't. And I didn't wanna write a song, cause I didn't want anyone thinking I still care, I don't. But you still hit my phone up, and baby I've been moving on. And I think you should be something I don't wanna hold back. Maybe you should know that
My mama don't like you, and she likes everyone. And I never liked you, admit that I was wrong. And I've been so caught up in my job, didn't see what's going on, but now I know I'm better sleeping on my own. 'Cause if you like the way you look that much, well baby you should go and love yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you should go and love yourself. And when you told me that you hated my friends, the only problem was with you and not them. And every time you told me my opinion was wrong, you tried to make me forget where I came from. And you didn't want to write a song, 'cause I didn't want anyone thinking I still care, I don't. But you still hit my phone now, and baby I've been moving on. And I think you should be something I don't wanna hold back. Maybe you should know that my mama don't like you, and she likes everyone. And I never liked you, admit that I was wrong. And I've been so caught up in my job, didn't see what's going on, but now I know I'm better sleeping on my own. 'Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby you should go and love yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you should go and love yourself. Choosing your battles, pick yourself up and dust yourself off and back in the saddle. You're in the front line, everyone's watching. You know it's serious, we're getting closer, this isn't over. The pressure's on, you feel it, but you got it all, believe it. When you forget about, oh, and if you forget about it, samina, guess this is Africa. Samina, waka waka, samina, sangale.
Yeah, I'll save it soon.
Samina, waka waka, samina, sangale. Listen to your God, this is our motto. Your time to shine, don't wait in line, y vamos por todo. People are raising their expectations. Go on and feel, this is your moment, no hesitation. Today's your day of feeling. You paved the way, believe it. You get down, get up, oh, when you get down, get up, samina, sangale. This time for Africa. And we on the 20, biggie, biggie, mama, to say, let's see, just on the 20, biggie, biggie, mama, from east to west. Let's see, waka, waka, my, waka, waka, my, so can I say this one more, say, boy, 'cause this is Africa. Samina, oh no, samina, samina, oh no, samina, waka waka, samina, sangale, samina, waka waka, samina, sangale, jungle, samina, sangale, let's dance and style, let's dance for a while. Heaven can wait, we're only watching the skies. Hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. Are you gonna drop the bomb or not? Let us stay young and let us live forever. We don't have the power, but we never say never. Sitting in a sandpit, life is a short trip, and music's for the sad man. Can you imagine when this race is won? Turn our golden faces into the sun. Praising our leaders, forgetting and dim. The music's played by the man. Forever young, I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever, forever and ever? Forever young, I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever young, I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever, forever and ever? Forever young, I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Waking when the sun's down, crying all these eyes, waiting for the countdown. Walk these streets with me, doing decently. Just glad that I can breathe. I'm trying to realize it's alright to not be fine on your own. Now I'm taking, drinking all this coffee. These last few weeks have been exhausting. I'm lost in my imagination, and there's one thing that I need from you. Can you come through? And there's one thing that I need from you. Can you come through? Ain't got much to do. Too old for my hometown. Went to bed at noon. Couldn't put my phone down. Scrolling patiently. It's all the same to me. Just faces on the screen. I'm trying to realize it's alright to not be fine on your own.
Yeah, there's like so many more than I thought there were. What the fuck?
These last few weeks have been exhausting. I'm lost in my imagination, and there's one thing that I need from you. Can you come through? And there's one thing that I need from you. Can you come through? And there's one thing that I need from you. Can you come through? There and watch me burn.
alright because I like the way it hurts. Just gonna sit there and hear me cry. That's alright because I love the way you lie. On the first page of our story, the future seems so bright, and this thing turned out so evil. I don't know why I'm still surprised. Even angels have their wicked schemes, and you take down.
Oh my
Don't
God.
know it seems, but you'll always be my hero, even though you lost your mind.
You lost your mind.
Just gonna stand there and watch me burn. That's alright because I like the way it hurts. Just gonna stand there and hear me cry. But that's alright because I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie.
One lady, crazy, thinking about the way I was. Did the heartbreak change me? Maybe, but look at where I ended up. I'm not good already, so much.
Tunnels and Towers, Wild Horse Saloon, Nashville, Tennessee. Seems like a good time to play Son of a Dirty South for the first time, featuring my brother Jelly Roll. Let's get it. Tatted up, I'm gassed up, I'm thrown off, and I'm buck wild. I'm ready, I'm the son of a dirty south.
This that southern playalistic, really smoking whiskey sipping. Southern like my mama's kitchen, gravy biscuits, fried chicken, back roast, still
No,
tipping,
God.
wood wheel, still ripping, stand strong, no ass kissing, old school ass whipping. Come from the bottom, nothing is a problem till get on my down. My promise, my roots blue collars, and boys from the holler do anything that they can just for a dollar. People's in the yard, pumping out dollars. I'm like, fuck it, I'm hot. I pull up trailer park, hit me with the double white time, cause I'm a son of the dirty south. I'm a wild and I'm a dirty man. You pick it switches on, little raising revelation, but it never try. Guns up and drinking, smoking balls and you can get out. Tatted up, I'm gassed up, I'm throwed off and I'm rough wild. Well, I'm ready, I'm a son of a dirty south. Place where they mix rock, country, and hip hop. Somewhere between Hank 3-6 and Kid Rock, Johnny Cash. All that is an old school flavor. Shipping something, ripping more lines and notebook paper. Outlaw spirit, my middle finger stuck up again. Bad boy, we all know good women love trouble being. That music crank loud, won't turn shit down. Peaceful people, but believe it, we gon' burn shit down. I'm a son of a dirty south. Got the tripping, I'm washing, I'm a dirty mouth. Pick a switches, I'm a hill, raising level, let you feel never chill out. Guns over, drinking, smoking, house, you can live out. Tatted up, I'm gassed up, I'm throwed off, and I'm buck wild. Well, I'm ready, I'm a son of a dirty south.
Some folks don't change, we stand for the flag. Only kneel to pray, it's a land of the free. Because of the brave, the cradle to the grave. We were made in the USA. I'm a son of the dirty south. I'm a bossy, I'm a dirty mouth. Big switches, I'm a hell, raising rebel, let you feel it, never try. Guns over, drinking, smoking, horses, you can win out. Tatted up, I'm gassed up, I'm thrown off, and I'm
ready, I'm a son of the dirty south. I'm ready, I'm a son of the dirty south. I'm ready, I'm a son of the dirty south. Give it up for Jelly Roll. Y'all make some noise for the living legend, Brandy Gilbert. I just want to say I'm honored to be able to do this for such a righteous cause and to perform in front of so many heroes. We are fans of y'all and we love you.
Aftermath. Oh, wait, damn. There she go, shaking that ass on the floor, bumping and grinding that pole. The way she's grinding that pole, I think I'm losing control. Get buzzed, get drunk, get crunk, get fucked up. Hit strip club, don't forget ones, get your dick rubbed, get fucked, get sucked, get wasted, shit faced it, paste it, plastic, get drink, throw up, get a new drink, hit the bathroom, sink, throw up. Wipe your shoes clean, got a routine going, still got a few chunks on them shoestrings showing I was dehydrated to the beat vibrated. I was revived as soon as this bitch gyrated them hips and licked them lips, and that was it. I had to get Nate Dogg here to sing some shit. 2 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I like the cushy and I like the tree. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe it. I keep my ass to the toilet seat. 3 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I met a bad bitch last night in the D. Let me tell you how I made her leave with me. Conversation and Hennessy. I've been to the motherfucking mountain top. Heard motherfuckers talk, seen them jump. If I ain't got a weapon, I'ma pick up a rock. And when I bust your ass, I'm gonna continue to rock. Get your ass off the wall with your 2 left feet. It's real easy, just follow the beat. Don't let that fine girl pass you by. Look real close, cause strobe lights gotta have a party. Turn the music, let's get it started. Go ahead and shake your body. Looking for a girl with a body and a sexy strut. Wanna get it poppin', baby, step it. Some girls act retarded. Some girls are body. I'm looking for a girl that would do whatever the fuck I say every day. She be giving it up now. Shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Oh, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. I'm a menace, a dentist, an oral hygienist. Open your mouth for about 4 or 5 minutes. Take a little bit of this fluoride, rent it, swish but don't spit it. Swallow it now, finish. Yeah, me and Nate deal double G, looking for a couple bitches with some double D's. Pop a little champagne and a couple leaves, slip it in a bubbly. We finna try to have a party. Turn the music, let's get it started. Go ahead and shake your butt. Looking for a girl I can fuck in my Hummer truck. Apple bottom jeans and a big old sweater, so act retarded. Some girls are body. I want a bitch to sit in the crib with no panties on. Knows that she can, but she won't say no. Now look at this video in front of me. Sexy as can be. Tonight I want a slut. Would you be mine? Heard you was freaky from a friend of mine. Now I hope you don't get mad at me, but I told Nate you was a freak. He said he wants a slut. Hope you don't mind. I told him how you like it from behind. Now shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Oh, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. We about to have a party. Turn the music, let's get it started. Go ahead and shake your body. Looking for a girl with a body and a sexy strut. Wanna get it poppin', baby, step it. Some girls act retarded. Some girls are body. I'm looking for a girl that would do whatever the fuck I say every day. She be giving it. There she go, shaking that ass on the floor, bumping and grinding that pole. The way she's grinding that pole, I think I'm losing control. Yeah, and I ain't leaving without you, bitch. Coming home with me and my boy, and his boy, and his boy, and his girl. Hey, dog.
thank you, Arnold McKinley, and Scott. I appreciate you being here.
Sure thing,
Thank
Scott.
you.
Thank you.
So how long have you guys been together?
I started in 2011, I believe. Me and Tyler started band back in 2011. We played our first show 2 weeks after.
Cool.
Worked it out.
And so how long is the current configuration?
Been about since last January, but about a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Put together for the album.
Yeah. Me and Tyler's been with me since I started. It was a 3-piece, and then by the time it's time to record, I wanted other musicians. So
Yeah. Then Kelly Thomas is the singer. I also played for Kelly Thomas, and she kind of worked all the musicians together and kind of went from there.
then also Sylvia Mitchell.
Yeah.
Such a
So, tell me about your debut album, like where you recorded it. It's kind of
We
a
recorded-
unique situation.
We recorded upstairs at the Southgate House in the revival room on just one day. Did it live on a Sunday afternoon. And just went through it. We'd only practiced twice I think, with the whole band before we went in and recorded it. Some of the songs. So,
Cut it live.
yeah, cut it live. It was cool. So besides the harmonies on it, the whole everything else on it was just live from that day up there in the Southgate House. Turned it into a little studio, and it was pretty cool.
Do you have any shows coming up?
Well, Scott, this PC before January 24th, because that
January
20th.
yeah, 24th.
24th and February 20th. The band is playing the Show Your Love, WNKU 30th, is it the 30th anniversary?
And then we're playing January 24th backstage, February 7th. We have some shows coming up for sure.
Cool.
And then we're going out of town to do some shows in Virginia and Lexington.
Where can people go to check up on all that kind of info?
I try to keep it posted up on all the social media places, but our Bandcamp site or the Facebook thing, any of that stuff.
Cool. And also tell me about the CEAs. Kind of cool thing.
CEA, the album got nominated for Album of the Year. I got a nomination for Songwriter of the Year, and we got a nomination for Best Americana Act. So we're up for 3, so we'll see how it goes. First time. It's cool to be nominated to put out a CD earlier in the year. To just have people like it as much as it has been pretty cool. So I know Tim was in a group before, has been nominated, and for me, it's my first time, so just being a part of it, I'm just like super stoked and couldn't be happier. Still in the city they did. Still in the city that you live in, to get into a recognition.
On the back.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
good. So either way, it's good that they just nominated.
All right. Well, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, Scott. You have a very nice day.
So girl, you can wait wild horses, but I won't. And girl, you can wait wild horses, but I won't. When the sun goes down, I'll be on my way out. I'm feeling like my time's done now. All I've known. So girl, you can wait. Wild horses, I won't. I'm paying for 'em now. Oh, let the sun go down. I'll be on my way out. I'm feeling like my time's done now. Oh, I just to see how far my heart has come. How I'm living now, the love is gone. I should have known. This love of all would and last long. I should have known you were nothing more than song that I sing from the top of my lungs about living. I should have if you ever find me on your mind. Still remember when I told you I love you, you said you felt nothing at all. I should have known that this love of all wouldn't last long. I should have known when the morning came you would be gone. Now you've seen how far my heart has come. How I'm living now, the love is gone. No one is with me but myself. No surprise, I don't see love in your eyes. Certainly it's hard to rest. I need myself more than I need my friends. So I'm wishing it all away. Yeah, I'm wishing it all away.
Fuck do I keep hitting? It's freaking me out.
You call me all friendly, telling me how much you miss me. That's funny, I guess you heard my songs. I'm too busy for your business. Go find a girl who wants to listen. Cause if you think I was born yesterday, you have got me wrong. Make it on your own, but we don't have to grow up. We can stay forever young. Living on my sofa, drinking my cola underneath the rising sun. I could give 1,000 reasons why, but you're going, and you know that. You say you're sorry, but it's too late now. So save it, get gone, shut up. Cause if you think I care about you now, but what I don't give up.
Handle that.
The year is 2001. I'm 11 years old. I'm at the Philadelphia X Games with my father. Someone walks up to me and hands me a CD for this new band. They say, you gotta check this out. And the CD says, Gorillas. And at that exact moment, my life was changed forever. So here we go, dog. Sunshine in a bag, I'm useless, but not for long. My future is coming on. I ain't happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. My future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. Yeah. Alright, finally, someone let me out of my cage. Well, time for me is up cause I'm cutting away. No, you couldn't be there. Now you shouldn't be scared because I'm cooking prepared. So when I'm under these snares, it's intangible that you did the thing, so I command you to panoramic you. Look, I'll make you all manageable. Sit lose all you different crews, chicks and dudes. Who you think is really kicking tools? Picture you getting down in the picture too. Just like you hit the fuse. You think it's fictional, mystical, spiritual, irreparable, a piece of you to think of you, but you're too crazy. Lifeless, for those a definition for what life is. Priceless to you because I push upon the hype shit united. Guns stuck in white, just for one foot inside, dick among those possessive of what I ain't happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. My future is coming on. I ain't happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. My future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. My future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. My future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. My future is coming on. It's coming on. Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, the essence, the basics. Without did you make it? Allow me to make things shine like a nature rhythm. You have it or you don't. That's a fallacy. I'm in us. Every fountain tree, every kind of piece, every cloud is sea. You see with your eyes. I see destruction and demise, corruption in the skies from this fucking enterprise. Now for something through your lies, through rough. So now it's my super percussion. He provides for me as a guide. But y'all don't see me now because you don't see with your eyes. You perceive with your mind. Now that's the inner. So I'ma sneak around with you and be a mentor. I bust a few rhymes so motherfuckers remember what the law is. I brought all this so you could survive when law is lawless. Feeling sensations that you thought was there. No squealing, remember. I ain't happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. My future is coming on. I ain't happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. My future is coming on. All right. Mind if I tell a little story? No? Guys, can I please? Guys, can I? A lot of blowback. I'm gonna do it either way. Alright, y'all. Here it goes. Yeah. So in the time of chimpanzees, there was a monkey mutating my brain. So I have to cut the junkie with the plastic eyeballs. Spray paint the pantyhose, the beefcake stars with the beefcake pantyhose. Or cut the headlights and put it in neutral. Shotgun racer while my ladies in the cruise control. But babies in wiener with the vitamin C. I got a couple of couches, I sleep on the love seat. Someone keeps saying I'm insane. You complain about a shotgun better than a stain of a shirt. You can't believe everything that you breathe. I got a fucking violation and a maggot on my sleeve. So shave your face with some ace in the drop door. We're taking all your money and we're burning down the trailer park. Trailer park. Yeah. Soy on a petty I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you do me? Soy on a petty I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you do me? Come on, Kevin, take a ride. Good night. Thank you very much. Yeah. time walking fast, faces pass and I'm homebound. Staring blankly ahead, just making my way through the crowd. And I need you, and I'm
Words cannot possibly describe the excitement and enthusiasm here in the non-physical realms as we watch in absolute amazement as you, the human collective, move rapidly and most deliberately through the last or final stages of your awakening process. What each one of you has achieved on an individual basis in bringing this process to its moment of most glorious transformation is astounding. Yes, all are indeed one, so it is a collective awakening that is most gloriously unfolding. But each one presently incarnate, there are no exceptions. Each one is most powerfully and enthusiastically adding their own unique creative abilities to the collective process, just as they intended to do when they made the choice to be incarnate at this point in the process. You are all succeeding beyond your wildest dreams. As I have told you before, the presence of every single one of you is absolutely essential for the process to come to completion. And you are all perfectly fulfilling your individual pre-incarnate resolutions, God's plan for humanity's awakening from the dream of separation into full conscious and eternal awareness of their true nature as one with her, permanently and most joyfully present in her presence, is divinely assured. In fact, it has already been achieved. You just are not yet aware of the wonder of your situation. Nevertheless, many of you are now regularly feeling an increased intensity in your individual energy fields, the life force, love, as you allow yourselves to acknowledge that you do have a divine purpose as you live on earth as humans. That feeling is one of upliftment, inspiration, contentment, and peace as you more fully accept yourselves, and let go of or release any sense of unworthiness to which you may have been clinging because of an invalid but deeply ingrained sense that you are guilty sinners who must be cleansed before you can be permitted to enter into heaven, into the eternal presence of Mother/Father/God. No cleansing is ever required or appropriate. You are divine beings created by God from the infinite field of love that she is, and thus you are eternally enveloped in and embraced by her presence in an unbreakable relationship of loving union. You are each extensions of our Divine Mother as she individuates and differentiates herself through each one of you, thus experiencing the beauty of the infinite expression of herself in each of you eternally. Truly, in that divine state, there is only joy, the complete expression of love in all its glory in every moment of its, and therefore of course your eternal existence. Truly you have no idea what love means, of the reality of your true state of being, which is love. For you it is a word or a label you use to define what is infinitely indefinable, along with the words, God, Source, Supreme Intelligence, Infinite Wisdom, and many others. Love is. It is beyond human comprehension, and yet you can and do experience it. To awaken is to know it and experience its infinite wonder constantly. By entering into form as humans, you chose to experience separation from love. Even though that experience is unreal, and because, being one with Source, you are as powerful as love, you were therefore able to construct an unreal environment that your physical senses inform you is totally real. Thus, in form, you are by your own free will choice in a state of total amnesia, completely unable to either recall or imagine reality, love, your real and unchanging state of eternal existence. At the precise instant that you chose to construct and enter into a state of seeming separation, Mother/Father/God provided you with the means to dissolve it and depart from it, thus allowing and enthusiastically encouraging you to return to full conscious awareness of your divine nature in permanent and uninterruptible union with her. That means is the awakening process in which you are also magnificently taking part right now. It has been ongoing for eons as you understand time, an aspect of the illusory and unreal state that you experience as life in form, and yet it has been but a moment since you chose to undergo the separation ordeal. Over the eons some have indeed awakened and then returned knowingly and most lovingly to assist you in your own divinely assured awakening. During the last few hundred years, and particularly over the last 7 or 8 decades, the numbers returning to assist you has increased enormously, and that is why there are signs and indications in so many places. These loving ones have been presenting you with information about reality through books, talks, and retreats, as well as meeting with many of you face to face as they naturally and most beautifully demonstrate love being lived. When any of you have met one of these kind and generous ones, it has always led to an opening to the awareness that you are most fervently loved, that your life has a magnificent divine purpose, and to a desire and an intent to seek it out and engage with it. Now, with so many seeking and uncovering their individual divine and spiritual purposes in life, the floodgates of love have been fully opened to envelop all, and as a result love is completely and utterly enveloping and embracing every human, so that no one can any longer remain wholly unaware of their true nature as spiritual beings having a temporary experience as separate beings in form. All now have a deep and unbreakable desire and intent to return home. Therefore, as you meet and interact with others, wherever and whenever, allow the love that you are to flow freely and without restraint. As you do so, you will feel and experience the intense energy of its return from the other back to you. Remember, giving and receiving are the same, are one, are an ongoing and endless relationship in which you are all engaged, even if presently without your full awareness. The love flow, the life force, the energy field in which you are each enfolded is the eternal loving embrace of Mother/Father/God directed to each of you individually and as one. You have never, even for the briefest of instants, been separated from your divine and holy source. You have just chosen to be unaware so that you could experience unreality, separation, disconnection, abandonment. That choice has been reversed. You have collectively changed your minds, because it has served its purpose, and you are all fully engaging now with the awakening process. It is irreversible because you know that a return to reality, to Mother/Father/God, is your divine destiny, and with all your hearts you have set the intent to awaken, and so you are now doing exactly that. With so very much love, Saul.
I swear to God, it's dislocated. Look at it, so bad. Something not where it's supposed to be.
Dearest ones, Arcturian Council, warriors of Gaia. We are the Arcturian Council. We are invested in Gaia and those who dwell on her. We bring news of war for all souls on Gaia. We are the bringers of love, light, and higher consciousness. We are revealing ourselves as others are. Our ships are decloaking. It is time for full disclosure. Some talk of fact and fiction. These views and that all of others are from a singular timeline. We see all timelines. Resist being conditions to view by prophecies of doom. We end times are the beginning times. This is the end of one era and the beginning of a new era. We cannot foresee the future because Gaia and her people will choose their path or paths. Multiple divisions are still likely with many Gaias on different wavelengths. This will create a lot of energies, disturbances in this part of the galaxy. We and others are concerned about long-term fluctuations of Gaia. Stability leads to balance and equilibrium. We seek this for Gaia and humanity. The sky war is creating profound disturbances in Gaia's frequencies. Souls are being released from contracts. Work has been done. Catalysts set in motion. Gaia and her people are about to ride incoming photonic light waves intended to embed higher frequencies in and around Gaia. The Anunnaki are fighting this. Shields are up, they must be dismantled. This is the process Gaia immersed in. A war of frequency, chaos reigns, where peace shall flourish. From this space and the time, we are preparing those who are awake to prepare those who are not. Compassion should be shown. Revelations will be made of advanced technologies, races, and crafts beyond many of Gaia's inhabitants' comprehensions. Preparation is key, breaking down the barriers to truth. We are here to recognize warriors of Gaia, true seekers, and true healers for the work that has been done. Pathways are convoluted yet at times crystalline. Primary moment in mankind's evolution. 2018 vibrates high on our charts of quantum projection. Please do not panic. These are great disturbances all around you. We seek to ease your souls. There is much protection in place. We, the Algerians, and our allies have taken our stance to prevent further destruction. We cannot directly affect those living in Gaia. This is the mission of light warriors. We see an energetic front line, a battle fighting the onslaught of negative, low vibrations. The human dark forces are unleashing weapons to create fear, chaos, and destruction. Take strength and belief from us, your ones. We are watching over you. We are your guardians and your protectors. Let light stream into your hearts. Know the universe is a far most vast and glorious place than you can imagine. One day, humanity on Gaia will take her rightful place in the galaxy. This day is approaching. Warriors of Gaia, step up to your mission. No ripple of high vibration is too small. No pulse of heart chakra love too weak. Gaia embraces all positive frequencies, immersing herself and humanity in evolutionary recalibration. We seek to reassure and praise those who hold a steady faith in humanity. Your optimism is a golden light piercing the darkness. We are grateful and in aid of your tenacity, stamina, and love. We are one with humanity and with Gaia in her ascension. In love and light, your guides and protectors.
The Arcturian Council. Guide from Arcturus, a significant shift. We are star families that hear now. We come with a healing frequency for all of you to take part of now. If you would like close your eyes and receive, we come to tell you that the time for a significant shift, a milestone is drawing closer for you in your ascending Earth Gaia Reborn. An event is coming soon, the time that will break the hourglass. Your work with clearing and preparing has laid the ground, and your participation in the process has made possible a quantum leap. A great change in the quality of the ether through and around the earth and her inhabitants. The shift of the frequency or quality of the ether has great consequences for you, our beloved brothers and sisters. Ether, the fifth element, is God in circulation. The time has now come for the capacity of Earth to hold a multifaceted, multidimensional quality in the ether. This coming month's necessary preparations will take place mostly through magnetic storms. Yes, storms, dearly beloved. During this, take care of your bodies and all of the layers. We are also talking about your etheric body. Give your physical, mental, emotional, and etheric body what it needs. Now is the time for internal observing and joyful actions as you have longed for thought, dance, singing, laughter, and unity in different ways with soulmates. Support yourself and each other, in the largest and the smallest, in the macro and the micro. You are a part of the same partial unit, and we are all part of the same whole unit. Be in unification with Gaia herself. Filter the light fields in Gaia's favor. Anchor and rest in the true connection to you star. A phase of a large-scale shift is coming. Rejoice in everything you have created together. Rejoice for every step towards a new earth. This is what we call a quantum leap. Let your voices be heard. Call out. Let the forests hear the tones. Support the shift where you are. Support the process with your intuitive participation. Thank you.
Dankeschön.
Dear brothers of the planet Earth, I am in love with Mother Earth to be here again today, bringing my energy and all my love, is always a moment of great joy for my heart. Today I want to speak only of love. Unconditional love is to look at each production of Father, Mother, God with admiration. Look at the beauty of each flower, tree, and animal, and the balance of each animal and plant species. They all coexist in harmony, keeping the planet running, the flowers born, the fruits sprouting, and the rivers constantly fed by rain. To love is to look at it all with bewilderment, at how big everything is, and also well orchestrated and maintained by the energy of Father, Mother, God. To love is to look at the sky and see the stars, which, because they are so distant, all seem like stars. But there are very remote orbs, planets, and energies whose light arrives here thousands of years later, To love is to see the balance of nature, the universe, and the balance of your own planet. The days, nights, seasons, and temperature changes are very well planned, all with a beginning, middle, and end. The seasons ending and preparing for the next, the animals preparing to hibernate or to be reborn, everything in balance, no animal existing beyond what is needed. All have a function, whether minor or significant. All were created by Father, Mother, God with their missions to keep the planet in balance, to keep the air pure, and to keep protection from the sun's rays. When this planet was created, all of this existed. Men knew how to maintain this balance for a long time because they loved the earth they walked on, the air they breathed, and the water they drank. Who created all this? God, Father, Mother. No, God, Father, Mother created the balance to make it easy to be on this planet, with every microorganism ideally in harmony with the others. And then came man, but the man with an evil conscience, with the conscience to destroy, to generate fear, because fear is what evil feeds on. The animals changed their behavior, and new animals were created, poisonous ones, to infest your homes and bring negative energy into them. Everything was designed to be out of balance. The balance created by Father, Mother, God is gone. You have deforested the planet and continue to deforest, thinking that a tree is nothing it's getting in the way of your business plans. It is worth more to put a bunch of animals eating grass so that your pockets can be stuffed with money at the expense of that animal's suffering than to keep a tree standing. And then you complain about the climate, you complain about everything that happens on the planet today. You blame Father, Mother, God, many think it is his punishment. No, you are reaping what you have sown, you are reaping the imbalance. It is like a chemical reaction, it is almost impossible to stop once it starts. It will go all the way as long as there are particles to interact with. So today, the planet is in an imbalance such that it will not get better, and will only get worse if nothing is done urgently. So the powerful continue to destroy the planet because this has always been their idea, to destroy everything so that man can kill himself. Many are standing up for the planet and creating practices and models that help Gaia regain balance. They are the messengers of light. They do their best so that the suffering of their brothers and sisters is lessened. Yet the response comes in the same intensity with every significant imbalance. And you cry to the heavens, why am I going through this? Everything is out of balance on the planet, the waters, air, and earth, and contaminated. Nothing is pure anymore. Man made it so. What do you want to get back? Flowers. Nature resists, and the planet resists, but this resistance is not enough to stop future processes. You are reaping the end of the journey, the imbalance of thousands of years. It can't be avoided. There would need to be a significant global shift in thinking to refill the planet with trees, bringing balance back to its waters. But this would require the powerful to admit their mistakes, which will be very difficult to leave this message for the messengers of light, those who today care about the planet and plan actions in favor of the earth and the human being. Because the imbalance doesn't just happen on the planet because many go hungry. After all, there is no balance. So, for the messengers of light, I leave this message: continue your tasks, ideas, and projects. Don't stop for anything. Difficulties and obstacles will come, but those with the light will always find a way to overcome them. Have our help, ask for our assistance, and in every action, we will potentialize every achievement you perform. You will not be able to save the planet, certainly not, because it is millennia of destruction. But you will be able to ease the suffering of many. You will even be able to eliminate your comma about all of this. So, is it worth it? Of course it is. Continue your actions. Care for the planet, your brothers and sisters, and the animals that suffer a lot. They can't talk. Then they are disposable, despicable dot. But they are all a piece of Father, Mother, God. They are living beings with living metabolism happening in them. And although many think that they don't suffer or feel pain, they do suffer, and a lot. But the liberation of all is near. There will be a significant change on this planet concerning animals, and then we will want to see how the powerful will stand up and what they will do about it. Then the animals will be liberated, no longer enslaved, and no longer killed by greed. There is enough food on the planet for you not to consume animals, so it will be up to humanity to learn a new age, to learn a new way of eating. But, of course, all this will be gradual but intense. It will not take millennia to happen. Everything is very fast because there are no more millennia to happen, a decade at most. So do your actions, continue your projects, and continue acting in favor of all, of the whole. And each one of you who gives yourselves to all of this from the heart will be doing good, not for yourselves, but for the whole, for the planet, for humanity, for the animals. Begin to live true love. And true love is not just for another brother, true love is for the being that lives with you and that gives you so much joy, that are your animals, that bring you so many lessons, and that are often your guardians. Look after the planet, love the planet, and of course, love your brothers. Look at everyone equally, as if they were truly your brothers. Thank you for watching. We love you so much.
Oh God, man.
There's such honor, more than you can believe. From that which you call spirit, that which you call the creator of all things, such honor. Looking at you, inside you, knowing your lives, knowing what you've gone through, such honor. Right now, for you. You call yourself an old soul, and you are. So many of you listening, and those in the room, you have something in common, and that's what we want to talk about tonight. And we want to talk about it in a way it's just a little different. And it's hard to even know where to go first. There's a shift on this planet occurring that is extremely real. It is not esoteric. You see it in your news, you see it all around you. Things are changing. Even that which is the weather on target, we told you, is a cycle of the planet that is responding right now ahead of time to you. All of these things. The things you see in the news, the dark army, the things that are happening to you personally. There's a shift going on. We told you there's a new normal and that you are not going to be returning to the way it was. We told light workers to look for the new frequency and continue their work and not to give up. We've begged old souls to get out of the old paradigm of fear and victimhood and see their magnificence. But it's hard. So now we want to reveal some things. You start to put the puzzle together and connect the dots. I take you on a journey. The journey of you. Can you imagine how many lifetimes you have slogged through the darkness, trying to hold a candle of love? No matter what you were called, healer, shaman, magic person, whatever gender you were, even in the early days, old soul, you knew better. And when those around you were trying to beat the dirt, trying to get things to work, you had the answers. You knew Gaia. You knew the energies of the planet. You knew the power of colors and numbers. You saw it in the stars. You had the intuition. And you guided so many. So often, you died for it. Over and over. You'd awaken the next lifetime. And some of you would fear it, and you'd go right back to it. You couldn't help it. Because you were aware. Dear ones, when you're aware in a dark place, you can't hide your awareness. Or you can pretend. You can go into denial. But eventually, the light shows itself in certain ways. And the longer you were on the planet, the more your awareness grew. And you were still surrounded by those in the dark. And then we've told you why. Because the planet itself, in cooperation with you and your consciousness, created a dark-light balance where there was more dark than light. Don't misinterpret this. Don't give it a name or place. Darkness has the identity of lower consciousness. That's all. And so your awareness, your light, your higher consciousness of all that was, The realization you were from the Creator was yours alone. So many of you climbed into a closet, not to come out, hoping nobody would ever know. Pretending with the others that you were in the dark. Some of you did that in denial, lifetime after lifetime. Some of you are doing it today as you sit here. Defense against awareness. And it never got any better. It really didn't. In this lifetime alone, it didn't get any better. You had more openness because your culture allowed it. But you still didn't tell everybody what you did. Now, did you? Because there was a tremendous bias against things that were not easily understood. You still lived in a linear world. And so I look at those, even today, in the room and listening, who fought the dark and often lost until 2012. And all that I have been teaching for 26 years starts to occur. The prophecies that I gave of humanity 26 years ago are now on the news. I was able to do that because that snowball was rolling down the hill. This was not telling the future. This was giving you a surety of potential of where you're going. Add to that, I've said this before, I've seen it on other planets. The attributes are the same. Because light and dark, awareness, low consciousness, fights the same way everywhere. Low consciousness does not know what it doesn't know. Makes decisions based upon what it doesn't know. Makes the same mistakes because it's in the dark. In the past, awareness has only been able to watch in horror as the mistakes were made and war after war took the lives of tens of millions. And you would secretly cry as you watched it happen and even your loved ones slaughtered in the melee. That's who you are. Until 2012. And then it starts to change. The stars have foretold it. The ancients have foretold it. The area you are in space is starting to change. The magnetic grid has moved. All that we told you starts to enhance the new human being. The wind starts to be at your back. More are listening to you. More are starting to see the light that you carry. But you're not doing a very good job. And the reason is the duality that you carry still carries all of the Akashic attributes and time fractals. Let me say that in clearer English. You're afraid because of what's happened in the past. Your Akash screams at you of what's happened in the past. Dear ones, you carry around a wound from the past. I want my partner to title this channel Time to Heal the Wound. Every single one of you who is of a certain age that is Akashic carries an attribute of lack of self-worth. Everyone. You may prance around and everyone thinks you're just really self-assured. I know better. You know better. Because when you get in the closet, your Akash tells you differently, doesn't it? The duality is so strong right now. We gave you this channel before in a different way. We told you what to do about it. And now we start to say it's time to heal the wound of the past that is self-worth. Is it possible? How can it be done? And now I'm going to give you some information. Dear ones, it's already starting to be done with you and for you. Years ago, I gave you information that was so far out to many about the seeds of creation, the Adam and Eve story to some of you. The creative story is of the Pleiadians. I sit in a continent where the indigenous believe this. For 40,000 years, their songline tells of it right here. And when the Pleiadians came, they came as a race that had gone through what you went through. And they set up things because of this potential of the precession of the equinoxes, that you would not destroy yourself yet again. And they set it up with what you would call nodes and nodes, that is time capsules that would open at the right time and start cleaning and sweeping and pushing. And what they were doing was cleaning the Akash of the old soul. If you allow it, part of the essence of the crystalline grid of this planet, which is laid by the Pleiadians, part of the purpose of this is to clean the old soul's Akash. Is such a thing possible? Boy, Brian, you're giving me an attribute we never thought. Clean the Akash, what does that mean? It means, dear one, that the things inside you that would create the fear, the lack of self-worth, the hammer that's going to come down if you do something, if you align or awaken or do this or that, or become a shaman. It's going to hit you. That means you're the ultimate spiritual victim. You know that, don't you? The ultimate spiritual victim. And the Pleiadians had gone through it. And the ones before them had gone through it. How do you clear that? And they knew that the human being couldn't. But Gaia can. How do you feel when you're in the middle of the beauty of the planet, the serenity of the planet? When the trees talk to you, the wind speaks. Just for a moment, don't you feel free? You feel free of everything. That's not an accident. Pleiadians and the Gaia energy, that which you would call Mother Earth, and all the things are aligned to start cleaning this up. The crystalline grid is what remembers humanity's emotions. It is responsible for you remembering you. And when it starts to realign, so does your Akash. Dear ones, start understanding that you can crawl out of this victim. You can start telling yourself through affirmations, through the benevolence of the love of God. In order to move forward, you must change it, and you will change it. And when you give intent for this, it's going to change. The fear is going to start lessening. You won't know why. You're feeling better. The odd thing about humans is that when you start feeling better, you go to see somebody to find out why. Like it's a mistake. So linear. I'm feeling good all the time. Who should I see? You're going to start feeling better about yourself. And the big one is you're going to know it's okay to feel better about yourself. Because, dear ones, part of this is the realignment of human ego. Ego's a bad word. Ask any spiritualist. What if certain kind of ego was okay? What if Akashic ego was okay? Where you look back and said, wow, did I do a good job or what? Am I in the right place at the right time or what? This is good. Everything that has happened to me has brought me to this place, and I can breathe freer now. I don't have to sit and suffer because of what happened before. It's a disconnect. The giant scissors are going to come up from the crystalline grid and cut that cord of all the horror that is in that place you call duality, old soul. You don't have to suffer anymore. There's a system that's going to clean it up with you. But it isn't going to do it automatically. You're going to have to see it and look at it and listen to this channel a couple times. And understand that it's you with your intent. And then cooperation. What are you going to tell yourself? What affirmations are you going to give yourself? Do you believe it? Can you cognize such a thing? Where the partnership with the planet and the creative source and the seeds of your biology all come together because they knew of this time and they knew of your lack of self-worth. All of it. You can't have gone through eons of horror and death and sorrow and come out the other side all perky and lovely. Something has to happen. And it's happening if you let it. Do you see the system and the benevolence and the love and the compassion that goes into this? Can you see it? Do you believe it? You're not alone. Oh, there's so much here. There's so much here. You may be the highest reader and healer in the room, but when you're alone, you doubt yourself, don't you? You want to know where that comes from? I just told you. It's time to have that go away. What happens with the Akashic ego is not a false sense of assurance or bullying. It's you standing in your truth. People see it. Here is an assured, balanced person. I want to be like them, they will say. But you're not going to get there with a wounded Akash. The system is in place. It's starting now, old souls. You're on record. Start to accept these things and start to feel it because you earned it. And there will be those who listen to this channel who are old souls and turn their back and say, that's not the way metaphysics works. I've been told. Because they still want to buy into an old system. One that had no clue that this was going to happen or could happen or is able to happen. With the cooperation of that which is Gaia and all that you are, the system is in place for you to lift yourself up from the spiritual victims that you are. Dear ones, you have fought a battle and suffered the wounds. And now it's time to watch this beautiful healing. With the compassion and the benevolence of the Creator inside you, smiling the whole way, taking your hands and saying to you, isn't it about time? Enough said. It's good news. If you believe it. Free choice. But there are old souls who really had their bell rang tonight. It's beautiful, isn't it? To be known so well by God. And so it is.
That's hilarious. How you can get them. That'd be crazy. Yeah. Okay, Nate. Ouch. Oh, you fuck yourself hurts. Mm.